All right, I got 7 budget beach day summer men's fragrance options here for you. If you're hanging out at the beach, you probably don't want to, wear one of your more expensive fragrances. So these are all pretty expensive. You can just throw them in your cooler or throw them in your bag, and they get a little bit hot out there, or use to forget them or drop them and break them or something. Would be no big deal. So these gives you 7 budget options to wear to the beach and maybe take with you to the beach. So I'll quit talking and we'll get into this. First up is this BATIKH watermelon from Aroma Concepts. Top notes of pear, cologne, and tangerine. Middle notes are real heavy watermelon scent, strawberry, apple, and rose. At the base is praline and musk. Unisex right down the middle, maybe slightly leaning feminine. Maybe if you're used to more masculine scents, might not like this one. It might be too feminine for you, but it's pretty easy for me to pull off. And it's just a really fun fragrance. It's got a watermelon Jolly Rancher vibe to it. That's the first thing you're going to think of when you put this on. And performance isn't that great, but you don't really need great performance in going to the beach. You get out in that hot sun, it's going to start projecting anyways, and you don't need it to be overwhelming. And you're going to be in and out of the water and stuff. So this is a perfect fun day at the beach scent. Works great at the beach. Next up is Fragrance World BARAKKAT Aqua Stellar. It's inspired by MFK Aqua Celestia. It's got lime, mint, black currant, and neroli off the top, rose and some green notes in the mids, and then it dries down into like a mimosa and a white musk base. It's unisex, leaning sort of feminine. It's a really nice sweet green mojito type of scent with a little bit of floral to it, very uplifting. Performance isn't great on this, but that's perfect again for the day at the beach. You don't need something to be in beast mode and projecting off of you while you're out in the hot sun messing around at the beach. This goes really good with those ozonic notes blowing off the ocean. Great beach day fragrance. Grandeur Elite Tribal Intense is inspired by JPG Le Beau Le Parfum. It's got pineapple, iris, ginger, coconut, tonka bean, sandalwood, and amber notes. And then there's a ton of ambergris. It's a really mature tropical vibe scent DNA. It's got a lot of depth, creamy, sweet, gourmand, tropical kind of scent. Good performance, so easy on the sprays on this one. Love this one. I'd say this is really best for summer beach evenings, like if you're having dinner by the beach or you're having a picnic or something towards the evening time. It's definitely more gentlemanly, upscale, and refined or whatever. Probably not the best for the middle of a hot day, and it still could be pulled off, but just be easy on the trigger with this thing. It performs pretty good. Paris Corner, A Chaos in the Ocean, is inspired by Ordo Parisi Mega Mare. It's got top notes of bergamot and lemon, middle notes of seaweed, cologne, and hedione. At the base is musk, ambroxan, and cedar. Real aromatic, aquatic, really salty, deep dark notes. Tons of musk and ambroxan. Man, I never really cared for this scent DNA. I hardly even wore it. I've had this for a while. But man, this summer, I wore it one time early in the summer, and man, I'm just into this one. This is one of my favorite scents of the season this year. I've probably worn this one more than anything. I keep going back to it. And when I put it on, I can't quit smelling it. So it's kind of a real turnaround on this one. I'm going to have to try to smell the real thing now, which I've never smelled, or maybe some other clones of it. Yeah, I'm loving this one. I'd say if you're wearing this to the beach, this is what I picture as like a cloudy, dark, cooler day there, because this is more of a deep, dark, realistic day at the beach. And this would be perfect on like a cloudy, more of a somber day. This definitely isn't like your bright, happy, sunny day type of beach fragrance here, but man, I'm loving this scent DNA right now. MAISON Alhambra Victorioso Legend is inspired by Invictus Victory. It's got pink pepper and lemon off the top, middle notes of olibanum and lavender, and at the base it's vanilla, tonka bean, and amber. It's fresh and sweet with a gourmand like amber vanilla creamy dry down. The performance is really good on this one, so go easy on the sprays with this thing. I picture this one perfect for like late summer, early fall, walk on the beach type of scent. Just going for a stroll on the beach when it's a little bit cooler. This one you could probably work in the high heat of like a sunny day, but I'd go real easy on the sprays if you're going to do that. But like I said, I picture this more like an evening stroll type of scent when the weather cools down a little bit along the beach. MAISON Alhambra Porto Neroli is inspired by Tom Ford Naroli Portofino. It's citrus, white floral, green, fresh, and aromatic. Super Neroli, heavy, unisex like hotel bar or soap type of scent. I'm not a big fan of this scent DNA, and it smells synthetic to me, But honestly, so does the original. I've worn the original several times, just trying to see if I could get it to grow on me, or if this clone of it was off. And this clone's actually pretty close to it, and the original smells a little bit synthetic to me. I think it's just maybe the scent DNA or something about that. But I'll tell you what, this one does work at the beach, man. This thing just works when you're at the beach. Something when it blends with that ocean breeze, and this thing catching whiffs of it. Really like this one when I do that, but if I'm just running around, like Ohio on a regular summer day, not a big fan. But when I've worn this one to the beach, man, it just works. Fragrance World BLEU Seduction is inspired by Antonio Banderas' BLEU Seduction. I actually paid more for this than the clone, which was like $25 I paid for this. But I think the real one you can get for like $20 or under. But I was getting some fragrances, and I needed one more to get some free shipping. And I'd heard good things about this scent today. And I also thought it was pretty funny that I was paying more for a clone than a real thing. So I picked this one up a while ago. And I'm not sure how close to the original is, but I really enjoy this one. It's kind of what I've heard about the real thing. It's similar to Versace Manna Fresh, but fruitier and sweeter. Not much performance on this thing, and I hear the original is really abysmal. But this just works at the beach, man. If you throw it in your cooler, or you can just reapply it whenever, because you're not getting a lot of performance. And like all these, if you throw them in the cooler, and or if you just let them sit out there and get hot for a little while, which isn't good for fragrances, but I mean, you got no money in these. It's not going to hurt them that bad a day at the beach. So these are good cheap ones to take with you to the beach. I definitely wouldn't want to take expensive fragrances out to the beach and in public and stuff and expose them to like heat and light. So yeah, this works great at the beach. And so if you made it this far, like, subscribe, and comment. That helps my algorithm. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch.